G.B. Givergis, the speaker of the day, learned colleagues, and dear students. Education Day, as far as an educational institution is concerned, as far as a school is concerned, as far as the stakeholders like teachers, students, parents, etc. are concerned, this is the most important day. As far as this is for a cause. Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, we know his stature and position in the history of Indian education and the history of the country as a whole. So, students, if I want to read out and describe the biodata CV or the description about Dr. G.B. Givergis, it may take another 20 or 30 minutes. Such an eminent personality, such an eminent educationist, and an educational practitioner. Okay, so it is our proud privilege, and we are blessed to have such a personality here amidst us. Madam is an associate professor in education in Mark Theophilus Teacher Training College, Nalanjara, and Madam is the former chairperson of Board of Studies in Education, such a very high post as far as higher education is concerned in University of Kerala, and Madam is MSc, MA, ML, MPhil and PhD, and at relevant person to talk about education today on this auspicious occasion of National Education Day. And with all love and respect, on behalf of Kendriya Vidyalaya SAP family, I most cordially welcome Dr. G.B. Givergis for this symposia, and I request Madam to enlighten our students with her rich experience and expertise in the field of education. Welcome once again, Madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good morning to one and all. At the outset, I would like to thank all the team members, especially Jyoti Mohan sir and Sarah Philip, and all the teachers for inviting me to deliver a message on National Education Day. I wish you all a happy National Education Day. So may all success shower on your future. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Jyoti Mohan sir, for your generous words also. So I would like to show some pictures. I would like to ask you some questions. Children, are you ready? Are you ready? I will call your names, saying the participants list. Okay, are you ready? Okay, first question is, so teachers have this type of problems, asking questions. Okay, so why is this National Educational Day is celebrated? Why is National Educational Day celebrated?
To commemorate the birth anniversary of our first education minister.
Oh, very good, very good. So we are observing the contributions of the first education minister. What is his name? What is his name?
Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad.
Yeah, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. Okay. So what's the purpose of celebrating this National Day is to spread out the significance of education in all walks of our life. So it is to spread out the significance of education, how the education helps in national development, how the education becomes an antidote in your future success in life and everything. So this is a way, this is a day to highlight the significance of education in your life. Okay. Okay. So as here our dear student said, today we are observing the commemoration of Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. Who was he? He was the first first Vice President of India, independent India, in the cabinet of Jawaharlal Nehru, and he was the first education minister also. Okay, what's the theme of this year 2020? What's the theme? Any idea? Theme? Learn. The theme is learn for peace. For peace. The first P is for learn for people. Learn. Second P is for learn for our planet. And the third P is for learning learning for the prosperity. And the fourth P is label for learning for peace. So you have to learn for people, for the community, for your family, for the society, and for all around you. So education is meant for your own success, for your family, for your society, for your community, for the whole nation, and for the universe. So first, learn for the people. Learn to love, learn to serve, learn to help others, learn to make them great. So that's the first purpose. And the second purpose is learn to protect our planet. Protect the planet, learn for the planet. We have to preserve our planet. We have to conserve it, and we have to transmit it to the next generation. And the third one is the prosperity of one's own self, prosperity for the whole world, and for the whole world, well-being, welfare of the whole nation. And fourth one is for the peace, inner and outer peace. You should become the vehicle of peace. Education should become a vehicle of peace. I would like to show the PowerPoint. So, ma'am. Okay. So, once again, sorry, it is International Day of Celebration. This is a National Day of Celebration. Sorry for that. So, I would like to say a story of a king which shows the significance of education. Okay, are you ready to listen? Are you ready to listen the story of a king, students? After the story, I would like to ask you some questions. So listen it carefully. So this story is of a sage who became a king. So you might have heard about this story, the mysterious kingdom of a sage. So in this kingdom, in this village, anybody can become a king. But the problem is that after 1 year, they will be exiled to an island where nobody can survive even a single day. No water, no food, no plants, just like a desert. Even for a single day, they cannot survive their life. So when the sage came that place, the palace people were looking for a king. So there is a mysterious ritual was going on there, but that is for the last so many years. The ritual is that anybody can become a king only for 1 year. At that time, they can enjoy the kingship freedom, the luxurious life, anything. So for 1 year, they can enjoy the life as a king of the country. But after 1 year, they will exile the king to the nearest island. That is what I said earlier. That island, we cannot survive even for a single day. No plants, no water, nothing, no building, no flora, no fauna, nothing. So nobody is there to come forward. Nobody is willing to take the kingship because they are afraid of what will happen after 1 year. But after listening to this mysterious ritual, this sage said that I am ready to take the kingship of this country. Okay, the people around made him the king, and 1 year came the end of his reign, and the sage, after 1 year, his reign was a very good one. He served the people by all means, and after 1 year, it was a time to exile him to that island. The people, they looked very worried because they loved that king, that sage king. But that doesn't bother. The sage didn't look worried about the thing that would happen in the next moment. The sage king was very peaceful in mind, and and the sage didn't look worried at all. So when people took him to that island, they were astonished. because the island was unbelievably changed. The island was changed. There was a drastic change in the island. The island had become plenty of fruit-bearing plants, fruit-bearing trees and plants, crops, water pond, lake, and what not. So the people, they were astonished to look. So this is a picture of some island which seems very beautiful. So the sage was not sitting idle in his throne, but he was not enjoying the kingship, not enjoying the luxurious life. For the last 1 year, he was putting his best effort. He was putting his best effort in making that island greener. Okay, so this is the story I want to tell. And the sage king with his disciples lived in that island for many years happily. So this is a story I want to say to you. So think about this kingship. Your studentship is just like this kingship. For 15 years, you have studentship. You are living as a student and you are enjoying. Lot of people are there to serve you, to help you, to groom you, to teach you. So this studentship is like a kingship. If you are putting your best effort, you will get rich dividend in your future. As the king did, you will get so many results, dividends as position, career, respect, social status, economic development, everything. So as the king did, you have to invest as much as possible in your studentship. Students, so this story reveals through light upon what you have to do in your studentship. In the kingship, what the sage king did, he put his best effort for his future. So dear students, you have to put your best effort, give the best to the world in this studentship. And the faith and the column will give you rich dividends in future. Okay, what about the story? You might have heard about the story, but this is a very motivational story for students. Okay, moving to the next slide. So as you know, life is an examination. Life is an examination. When did you get the question paper? Students, you can unmute your audio and you can answer. When you get the question paper?
The day we were born.
Yeah, the day when you were born, you will get the question paper. And what about the student period in your infancy, in your childhood, in your adolescent age? What's the stage? It is cool-off stage, receiving stage. At the time of 20-24 years, you have to receive knowledge, skills, good attitude, good behavior, good habits. So this is receiving stage, cool-off time. You have to collect as much as possible. You have to prepare yourself for writing the exam very thoroughly. Prepare well. And at the time of adulthood, at that time, you are on your own. You have to do so many things. You have to take decisions. You have to do critical thinking. You have to evaluate things. You have to face things. You have to face challenges. That is the questions you have to face. In life examination, when you are in the stage of adulthood, you have to write examination. So that's the challenges, that are the events that you have to face in that period. So then when you have to give back the examination paper, anybody? At the birth time, you are getting the question paper. Then when you have to...
When you die.
Yes, at the time of death, you have to return it back. Then who will put marks for you?
Success.
Yes.
Your success.
Yes. Yes, yes, sir.
Your success.
Your successes. Okay, you were yeah. The society, the people around you, and the God Almighty will give you marks. So we have to succeed in our life examination with flying colors. So we have to prepare. This is preparation stage, and you have to study well. You have to develop good habits. That's the significance of education. So I have already mentioned that the theme of education is learning for people, learning for planet, learning for property, prosperities, not property, learning for prosperity. I have missed one S here. Okay, sorry for that. For prosperity, sorry. And for peace. Learning for planet means this is the only planet where life exists. So we have to conserve it. We have, you are familiar with the wideness of our universe, vastness of the universe. But for the last 20-25 years, NASA is trying to get any information about a living being in any other planet. And for the last 20-25 years, NASA is trying to, they are in search of a planet which is familiar to the Earth planet. Only condition is the temperature should be much similar to the Earth. Then only the water can recycle. It goes up, condensation, and then turn back. Otherwise, the water cannot exist. So as you have already said, this is the day of Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad's birthday. And who was he? Who was he? Anybody can?
A freedom fighter.
Yes. Then any other?
First education minister.
Yes.
He was
Then
a
first
scholar,
vice president.
a teacher, scholar.
And he got the highest civilian honor, that is Bharat Ratna, for his contribution to education and for the nation. And he was the leader of Indian National Congress. And his contribution towards education, he laid the foundation of UGC. What is UGC? University Grant Commission. It is a regulatory body of all higher education. College le ella കാര്യങ്ങളും നിർവഹിക്കുന്നത് this UGC regulatory body. Then what is IISc? What is IISc? It's an institution of School of Architecture and Planning. Then he laid foundation for Sangeeta Nadaga Academy. He was a person of holistic vision. He realized that music is essential, arts and aesthetics that are essential, sahityam, literary skills are essential, kala, any kala, that is also essential, technology is essential, science, that is also an inevitable part of development. So he established several universities based on Lalita Kala, Sahityam, Sangeetam, Nadagam, then technology, science. So please go through the contributions he had made for the national development in the field of education. Sangeeta Nadaga Academy, we have one in Kerala also. Sahitya Academy is there in Thrissur. Lalita Kala Academy is here. Institute of Technology, IIT. You are familiar with IIT. So IIT is the dream of 12th students. Indian Institute of Science. So what we have to do as a student? Who is this? Who is the king of the forest? Who is the king of jungle?
Lion.
Lion, no doubt. Yes. Ari Barnyo? Eagle. Eagle rules the bird kingdom and lion rules the animal kingdom. Why? Because they think they are the leader. If you think you can, you can. As lion thinks. He thinks he is the king of the forest. That makes him the king. So, when you might have heard about lion's attitude, it's a phrase, even though it's a phrase, lion's attitude. He thinks, I am, I can, I must, I will. So this attitude makes him the king of the forest. And going back, when he wake up every morning, what happens? രാവിലെ എഴുന്നേൽക്കുമ്പോൾ സിംഹം എന്താ ഓർത്തിരിക്കുന്നത്? രാജാവാണ്, അതുകൊണ്ട് എഴുന്നേൽക്കണ്ട, കിടന്നുറങ്ങാമെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുമോ? ഇല്ല. No. He thinks that I have to run very fast than a deer or a rabbit. Then only I get my prey. എന്റെ ആഹാരം പട്ടിണി കിടക്കാതെ ഇരിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ ഇന്ന് മുയലും മാനും ഓടുന്നതിനേക്കാൾ വേഗത്തിൽ എനിക്ക് ഓടണം. So I have to work hard. രാജാവാണെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ച് അലസത പാടില്ല. So students, dear children, so take this attitude. I have to run fast. I have to work hard. That's the attitude of lion. Laziness lion illa. He worked for his prey. Even though he is the king of the forest, he worked. And when the lion is in search of about to catch a prey, ഇര പിടിക്കുന്ന കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? ചാടി വീഴത്തില്ല. He is very vigilant. He is very mindful. He stay focused. When he get the apt opportunity, he catch the prey. So stay focused. That is the second attitude. Second thing we have to take from the lion's attitude. Second thing is stay focused. നമ്മൾ പഠിത്തത്തിൽ നിന്നും മാറി നടക്കുകയും പലപ്പോഴും ഗെയിം കളിക്കുകയൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ we are moving away from our major focus. So stay focused always like the lion. And then the third thing, ഒരു എരയെ പിടിക്കുമ്പോൾ, even it is a rabbit or it is an elephant, ആരാണെങ്കിലും he put his best effort. നിങ്ങളും പഠിക്കുക ഓൺലൈൻ ക്ലാസ്സസിൽ, even it is a small exam, it is an MCQ exam, it is an online exam, so I don't want to put much effort for it. Don't think so. Lion put his best effort for, he is not looking whether the prey is small or big. Even it is an elephant, he put his best effort. Even it is a rabbit, he put his best effort. So many things are there. I am moving on to the next slide. So what is this? A big tree. Nobody is there to water it. No fertilizers are given to it. Nobody is there to take care of it. So we can see such type of big trees in the streets, in seashore, and unnoticeable places. What happens? You just look at the roots of the tree. They went in search of water, and they take water from wherever it gets water from it. So even though this plant, it cannot it doesn't get any watering or fertilizers. It has not been watered by anyone. They themselves went in search of water. They found it, and the roots becomes more strong, and they becomes big tree. But what is our case? Dear students, what is our case? We are just like plants in the garden of our house. We are treating very well. Parents are watering us. Parents are giving much manures for our growing. So just like this, plants in our garden. What happens to the plants in our garden? We water them, we give them manures, and becomes only plants. It becomes only plants, and they need always support. So when you get challenges, when your parents deny to give mobile phones, when your parents, they are not giving you the things you want some Apple mobile phone, you want to play 2 or 3 hours in mobile phone, they are denying it. They are making you strong like a tree. So never forget hardships, denial, and everything. If your parents are so rigid, that makes you very strong. So never forget the picture of this tree. So be strong enough, work hard, hardship, enjoy it, then you will become a very big tree. Okay. Do you know who is this? So 6 months back, he was the hero of our newspaper. Who is this? This person, the middle boy, he is only of 23 years. His name is Drevya. I forgot the name of the billionaire. His father and mother, they are billionaires. At the age of 23 years, after completing his degree course, at the age of 22-23 years, his father sent him to Kerala. Kerala is an unknown place for both father and his son. രണ്ടുപേർക്കും കേരളം എന്ന് കേട്ടിട്ടുള്ളതല്ലാതെ ഒരു ഐഡിയ ഇല്ല. He knows it is God's own country, people are good in behaving and everything. So this Dravya came to Kerala. His father wanted to teach him some life skills. His father wanted to face the Dravya 22-year boy to face the challenges in life. And he gave only 7,000 rupees to this young boy. 7,000 rupees to this young boy. And he want to go to Kerala by train. And he said, never take this 7,000 rupees for your expense, for your luxury. No, never take this 7,000. You have to return it back safely after coming, after returning back after 1 month. 1 month back, you have to return home. And he made 4 conditions. First one is never take this 7,000 rupees. Second one, never use my name for getting a job or getting any favor from Keralites. He never mentioned who is he. Then the third one is you have to work in any field. Become a taxi driver, you can make a laborer, loading laborer, anything. You can beg anything you want, but never stay. ഒരാഴ്ചയിൽ കൂടുതൽ ഒരു പണിക്കും നിൽക്കരുത്. It will not long for 1 week. Then after 1 week, you have to search for another job, which is entirely different from the previous job. So that is a third condition. So, and the fourth condition, you have to return back after 1 month. So this billionaire sent his only single child to Kerala, an unknown place, by giving 7,000 rupees to him and saying, never use this 7,000 rupees. You have to earn the rupees, the money for your train fare, for your illness, for your food, for your accommodation, everything. You have to start from the beginning. So Dravya, he was in Ernakulam. He was a shop boy, seller boy in Ernakulam. Nobody knows who is he. After 1 week, he went to a labor child here. The billionaire's son working as a labor. Here, who is this? Who is this? Sasha Obama. Sasha Obama. Who is this Sasha? She is a +2 when she was a +2 student. So look, Obama was the president of America. Then she is, after her school days, she is working as a hotel catering, hotel waiter. Look, working girl, the girl child of the only girl child of Obama. She is working as a waiter in a restaurant. Look, they are facing the challenges. They are facing the hardships. They are working. They are putting the best effort to become a more deep-rooted persons. They are working to realize the humanity. Not even acquisition of knowledge. They are earning life skills also. So your life is very worthful. So don't spoil it for anything. Don't spoil it for anything. I mean, for video games, for internet addiction, for any drugs, for substance abuse, for anything else. Don't spoil your life, because your life is very worthful. Life is very, live it worthfully, live it meaningfully, live it mindfully by acquiring knowledge about life, knowledge about what you have to learn, because your life is very, very, very worthful. So I would like to say a story about a beggar also. You might have heard about that. I would say in a few sentences, this is a story of a beggar. once a beggar was begging alms in a street, and he was a pessimist. So one day he was sitting on the street and he saw, while begging, he saw the king coming in his horse cart. Then the beggar was very happy. He thought that he will get a panakiri, a bag of coins. And so he pathetically sit and beg, "Oh king, please give me anything." So when the host chat came to him, the king himself, he bought from the cart and he put forward his arms, begging to the begging from the beggar. The beggar was very offended. The beggar was very offended seeing this. ഞാൻ ഭിക്ഷ എടുക്കാൻ വന്നിരിക്കുന്നു, എൻ്റെ കൂടെ വാങ്ങിക്കാൻ രാജാവ് വന്നിരിക്കുന്നു. He was very, very become very arrogant, excessive anger. Then he gave a single rice to the king. പിറുപിറുത്തുകൊണ്ട്, murmuring. ദരിദ്രവാസിയായ രാജാവ് എൻ്റെ നിന്ന് വാങ്ങിക്കാൻ വന്നിരിക്കുന്നു എന്നൊക്കെ പിറുപിറുത്തുകൊണ്ട് he gave a single rice to the king. And because of his restlessness and he got agitated, he reached home. And when he looked into the bag, he saw one of the rice became golden. One of the rice was golden. And he tried to, and he realized that it was only, he lost the opportunity. He had the choice to make all the rice golden, but he lost the chance. So dear students, like this beggar, opportunity is always under your feet. You have to give. Kalam nammalodu chodikkiyana, kai neettana. Give your talents, flourish your talents, expand your knowledge, develop, enhance your skills and give it to me. I will give you much respect, much good career, much good future. So like the beggar, അച്ഛനും അമ്മയും വഴക്ക് പറയുമ്പോൾ പിറുപിറുത്തുകൊണ്ട് പഠിക്കരുത്, ഇഷ്ടമില്ലാതെ പഠിക്കരുത്. Just like the beggar. Enjoy each and every moment. Learn, like learning, and ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട് പഠിക്കുക. Rate of liking is directly proportional to rate of learning also. So life is always like a boomerang. So what you shower, the life will re-shower in your future. So live worthfully, mindfully. You might have heard the song Har Khadi Badal Rahi Hai Roop Zindagi. Who can sing the song? Shah Rukh Khan song in the film Kal Ho Na Ho. Each and every moment we are making our life in a desirable or in an undesirable manner only because of our choice, the choice we choose. So two choices are left to you. You can succeed or you can serve it. Choices are there. In this class, you have two choices. You can actively listen to the class. You can passively sit in the class. Two choices are there. And the choice is left to you. Choose the choice. Choose the choice intelligently. If you're not using your time wisely, the life laughs at you. നിങ്ങളെ നോക്കിയിട്ട് പറയും പൊട്ടൻ, പൊട്ടി, വിഡ്ഢി എന്നൊക്കെ വിളിക്കും. Life laughs at you. If you are making use of your time accordingly, then life smiles at you. Then you are going an extra mile. Then life salutes you. Let the life salute you, dear students. So that is what I want to say to you. These are the words of Abdul Azad. So you have garden of choices. Garden of choices. Life is also a choice. It is not a chance. So choose the choice. Choose this choice mindfully. എനിക്ക് ചോയ്സ് ഉണ്ട്, രണ്ട് ചോയ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. നന്നായിട്ട് പഠിക്കാം, പഠിക്കാതിരിക്കാം. Choose the choice of learning well. നന്നായിട്ട് പഠിക്കാനുള്ള ചോയ്സ് തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കുവാൻ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കഴിയണം. Otherwise, you will repent in your adulthood. So opportunity is always under your feet. Never forget. So happy International Education Day, dear students?
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. With your golden words of advice, you have definitely not only enlightened the students, but also us teachers. You have enlightened us in a very simple manner. You have given us pearls of wisdom which we can use in our practical day-to-day life. Thank you very much, madam. Now students have to ask you a few questions as it is an interactive session. Okay, so shall we move on to it, ma'am?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, Kumari Gauri CV of class 10th A.
You can put your queries on the chat box also. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Kumari
you can
Gauri
ask question. Gauri. Yeah. Gauri Srikanth.
Okay, fine.
How can we sustain, even if we know things, but reading the same thing again and again, how can we develop an interest in studies?
Okay,
and
Gauri,
sustain it?
Yeah, okay, Gauri. So you are aware about motivation pays rich dividends. Okay, then sometimes it is the nature of humanity. We have so many distractors, so we have to survive it. Because if you have a goal, and if you are stay focused, then the other distractors may not affect you a lot. Okay, so put a goal, put an ultimate goal. I have to become a civil servant, so put a goal there, and each and every day you have to put some small goals for reaching there. So these are the means for reaching there. So you have to ensure, you have to prepare a do list. Okay, Gauri, what all things you have to do to achieving more and more nearer to the goal. So write a to-do list every day morning or in the evening or in the night. You have for the next day, I have to cover all these things. Prepare a to-do list, and in the evening you have to prepare a done list also. For this done list encourage you, motivates you. You have to pat yourself. Oh, I did so many things today. So this done list motivates you a lot. So in this COVID period, most of the people says that I am not doing anything, doing nothing. So not like that. You are doing so many things. Prepare a done list. I did such and such things to cover these portions. And I have done, I have helped mommy in culinary activities. So prepare all the things you done in each and every day. That motivates you. So that may prepare, that programs your brain that you are good enough. You are doing a lot of things. And then stay focused. These are the two things I just want to say. So stay focused. Never deviate from your focus. What happens is most of the people, they do and they get distracted from their main focus. Okay, so stay focused and prepare a do list, and the done list encourages you. And your parents' encouragement, that enhances your liking also. Okay, Gauri, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, madam.
Yes, good morning.
Madam, I would like to ask one question, that there are many people who are unemployed and they have sufficient education. Madam, why are they not succeeding in their goals?
Yeah, Amal, I am education and employment, that doesn't hand in hand, because skill and employability, they go hand in hand. So if you have skill, you definitely get a job. So education itself doesn't never give education. Education along with skill, if you have good in communication, you will definitely get a job. If you have some soft skills, technical skills, you will get a job. So if you excel in your skills, that will definitely lead you to an employability. And education, it stands apart. Education with skill, that definitely give you an employment. Okay, that's what education. If you have achieved PhD, and you will never get a job. If you are good in teaching, if you are now come an interview, and if you can convince that you are good enough in teaching, you will become an effective teacher in future. If you can convince it in front of the board, then you will definitely get. They want impressed in your MA, MAd, MPhil, PhD. Okay, that's my educational qualification. Never, people want skilled laborers. Managerial skill, technical skill, the communication skill. All these skills will pay rich dividends in your future, Amal. That's all.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Madam,
Good afternoon, Tanish.
madam, it was a golden opportunity to listen to your valuable words. Thank you for that. First of
Welcome.
all, my question is that education is the only factor which we can succeed or in our life, or there are also some other factors which assist our education.
Yeah, as I have already said, education is an antidote for getting many things. But along with that, skills, your behavior. If you are very arrogant in nature and you have good skills, you have good educational qualifications, that doesn't matter. So all these cumulative things contribute in your future life success. Okay, learn well, develop good qualities and skills in life, develop good behavior. All these things contribute the life success in your future. So many correlates are there, Dhanush. So many correlates are there, but the major covers education, skills, and your behavior. Okay.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Good afternoon, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank you for that amazing presentation you had. It was really inspiring. Thank you, ma'am, for that. Ma'am, my question is, now as board students, we are all in this really huge pressure about this 10th boards. And I think that's exactly the case with 12th also. So what is your take on it? As you told, there are other factors also. Then what do you think is 10th still considered so important? And my next question is that about this lockdown situation. First, there was this phase for us in which we were also productive. We were really excited for the time we had to spend with our family. We were doing a lot of new things, but now it has been a new normal, and we are all not okay with it. We have a lot. Back then we used to have a lot of friends with we used to talk every day, but now it's a lot of time, and mostly it is all screen time. As most of the people are busy now, all of us are engaged in screen times. And what is your take on it, ma'am?
Okay, Riya, you are asking a question about you have to spend a lot of time. Screen time is increasing, and you are losing many opportunities. Yes, in school, now you are only smiling. In school, together you can laugh. Yeah, you are missing that laugh. In your within the four walls of your room, you can think. But in the classroom, you can discuss. Yeah, in the dining table, you can eat. But in the in the noon time of school, you can share. Yeah, you are missing so many things. Definitely, you are missing so many things. But the situation demands like that. So enjoy the moment, but face things as it comes. That is the skill you need. Enjoy the things coming in front of you. Now it is a lockdown. You are missing a lot of things, but you have to enjoy. You have to do some exercises, stretching exercises. You have to sit a long time in front of your TV. Then after each period, you have to rotate you can give neck exercises, you can give stretching exercises, you can listen a music. Okay, so all these things. Otherwise, sound itself, would you please? Sound itself makes you very attractive. Your brain gets refreshed. So I have no other thing here. Just packet of mixture here in my room. I just even a sound can refresh you. I'm not good in singing. I just want to sing a song with the help of this. मैं दुनिया बुला दूंगी तेरी चाहत में, मैं दुनिया बुला दूंगी तेरी चाहत में. ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടോ എന്റെ പാട്ട്? ഞാൻ ഐ എം നോട്ട് ഗുഡ് ഇനഫ് ഇൻ മ്യൂസിക്, ബട്ട്
Wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful.
but this thing makes you refreshed. Even this thing, and this thing. பூக்கும் ஓசை அது கேட்கத்தான் ஆசை, புல்விரியும் ஓசை அது கேட்கத்தான் ஆசை, பச்சைகளின் கூ பூச்சிகளின் ரிங் ரிங் ரிங், സംഗീതം ചൊല്ലിത്തരുമോ തങ്ക പെണ്ണേ. അതൊരു സ്പൂൺ വെച്ചിട്ടൊക്കെ ആണെങ്കിൽ it will refresh your brain. So make വല്ലഭന് പുല്ലും ആയുധം എന്നൊക്കെ മറ്റേ heard about it. കുഞ്ഞു സാധനങ്ങളിൽ what makes you, നിങ്ങളെ റിഫ്രഷ് ആക്കുന്ന എന്താണ്? ചിലപ്പോൾ ഒരു സിംഗിൾ ഗ്ലാസ് ഓഫ് കോൾഡ് വാട്ടർ ആയിരിക്കും, ചിലപ്പോൾ മ്യൂസിക് ആയിരിക്കും, ചിലപ്പോൾ സം സൗണ്ട്സ് ഓൾസോ ആക്ടിവേറ്റ് യുവർ ബ്രെയിൻ. Stretching exercises. Ria, so you have to find your own strategies for minimizing the complaints or the undesirable parts of the lockdown period. You have to find yourself, because you are the captain of your life. Nobody else is there to encourage you, to guide you. You yourself has to sort some techniques to reduce your stress, to reduce your posture problems, etc. Okay, Ria. And the first one is
for the 10th boards, the board exams and the pressure that students.
Why this 10th board and 12th board making us more anxious? So examination anxiety. So don't worry about examination. Exams always evaluates how much you know. It is not for assessing what is wrong with you. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്തൊക്കെ അറിഞ്ഞൂടാ എന്നുള്ളത് അസസ് ചെയ്യാനല്ല പരീക്ഷ. നിങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ചത് what all things you got, നിങ്ങൾ എന്തെല്ലാം അറിഞ്ഞു എന്ന്. No need of worry about it. So learn well and then write, then leave it to God. So exam കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള ആങ്സൈറ്റി ആണ് പലർക്കും. മാർക്ക് എത്ര കിട്ടും, എങ്ങനെ കിട്ടും. Don't worry about it. Learn well, do your duty, prepare some notes, then develop some mnemonics to remember it, keeping it for the memory. Then after writing the exam, എല്ലാം മറന്നേക്കൂ. Then it is left to the examiners and for the other persons. Okay, that's all. Don't worry about. So in some sort we need some evaluation. Otherwise all will എല്ലാവരും so നമുക്കൊരു അമ്മൂമ്മ, ഒരു മുത്തശ്ശി, നമ്മുടെ ഓട്ടക്കാരി, എന്താണ് വാട്ട് ഇസ് ഹർ നെയിം, ഉഷയോട് ചോദിച്ചൊരു കാര്യമുണ്ട്. ഷീ ഈസ് ഓൾവേസ് ഫസ്റ്റ് ഇൻ ഇന്ത്യ. പിന്നെ ഓടിക്കൊണ്ടിരുമ്പോ ചോദിക്കും, ഈ ഉഷ കൊച്ച നീ എന്തിനാ ഇങ്ങനെ ഓടുന്നത്? നിന്റെ മുന്നിൽ ആരും ഇല്ലല്ലോ, ആരെങ്കിലും മുമ്പിലുണ്ടല്ലോ ഓടാൻ ഒരു രസമുള്ളൂ. അതുപോലെയാണ് for developing a competition spirit, for developing a spirit to learn, it is necessary. And the apex body want to know how far you have achieved it. That's all. So it is not to assess what is wrong with you. It is to assess what all things you have achieved. So think about that. That's all. So it is the nature of the process. Don't worry about it. Don't give much. So your duty is to study well and write it well. Okay. Thank you, Ria.
Thank you, madam. And the last.
Having a problem of getting tension on each and everything. Ma'am, even if it's a small test paper, I am getting tensed easily. So, ma'am, can you please give us some tips on how to reduce tension? Because
Yeah. That's the skill we need. So we have to control our emotions. We have to manage our stress. So one technique I would like to say that there are so many techniques. One thing, think about the worst thing that would happen. Parishiki padikkumbol, what will be the worst thing will happen? You will fail the exam. Alle pooja mark kittum. Alle that's the worst thing. Ini pooja mark kittiyal endu cheyum? There are so many alternatives. ഇല്ലേ, അടുത്ത വർഷം പിന്നെ എഴുതും, പിന്നെ എനിക്ക് ജീവിതമുണ്ട്, പിന്നെ I have so many years, then again there are opportunities, I will try again. So think about the worst that can be happen and prepare for it and then try for the best. Try for the best and prepare for the worst. Okay, Gauri. Think about what will happen. എന്ത് വന്നാലും മാക്സിമം ഇത്രയല്ലേ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. അത് വന്നാൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? തിങ്ക് അബൌട്ട് ദ ഓൾട്ടർനേറ്റീവ്. ഞാൻ അടുത്ത പ്രാവശ്യം പിന്നെ എഴുതും. അന്നേരം തോറ്റാലോ? പിന്നെ എനിക്ക് വയസ്സ് കിടക്കുന്നു, ഞാൻ എഴുതും. ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? വേറെന്തിനേലും പോവും. ജീവിതത്തിൽ ആകെ ഇത്രയല്ലേ വരാനുള്ളൂ. ദെൻ അവിടെ കൊണ്ട് ഫുൾ സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ഇടരുത്. Try for the best. Try for the best. Then stress management techniques, ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ relaxation, while baroque music, you might have heard about baroque music. With mild instruments, you can put this baroque music while learning. That reduces the tension. Then the stretching exercises, then breathing. When you get tense, this is finger exercise. Keep your finger like this. Then inhale, then exhale. When it goes down, exhale. Then again, inhale. Then ഇത് ഹോൾഡ് ചെയ്ത് വെക്കണം കേട്ടോ, ഇവിടെ വരെ എത്തുന്നിടം വരെ. Then exhale. Exhale കുറച്ച് സമയമുള്ളൂ. Then again inhale, exhale. This is finger breathing exercise. You can do it when you get tense. Then after breathing, completing the whole figure cycle, then you will get relaxed. Or take a deep breath 3 times. Then your body rhythm will become in an equilibrium position. Okay, Gauri, don't worry about it. Stress is good. So that make you, to some extent, this is good. Otherwise, you will not do any work. So to some extent, every stress is good. That activates you to work. Okay. So if you too much of anything is good for nothing. Okay. Okay, Gauri.
Thank you.
Don't worry. Keep all worries aside. Learn well. Do your duty. That is your duty. Okay, Gauri.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
May I now call Ria Jibu of class 10th B to propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, ma'am. First of all, it was one of the best presentations I've ever heard. It was very inspiring, very motivating. Thank you, ma'am, for that. And thank you, ma'am, for taking your valuable time and spending it for us. I'm really sure that everybody has got it very well and it's going to be very useful in their life. And then I would like to thank our respected principal, sir, for giving us such an amazing opportunity. It was indeed really an amazing time that we had. And then, of course, other in charge, Sarah Madam, who had arranged this program in the most beautiful way possible, and all the other teachers who had been part of this, and of course, my dear friends, for being such amazing viewers. Thank you, everyone, for making this program a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, once again for such a wonderful session.